All right, welcome back. Number one Cochran Sports Showdown rolls on, and we want to talk about performances on defense, because the better you perform, especially if you're in your final year of a contract, the more money you are going to make. And the Steelers find themselves in a situation where they have three defensive guys in this same exact boat. A lot has been said about Bud Dupree, but there's also Javon Hargrave, who had a tremendous game today, and Mike Hilton, who's been good largely in their slot. So, Jeff, how do you keep all three? Obviously, that's probably unrealistic, but if there's one you keep, who is it, why, and do you use a franchise?
You know, I guess it's crazy not to keep Dupree at this point, although I don't think there's a lot of depth behind Javon Hargrave. I think Hargrave is a nice guy that you can move around a little bit. But, yeah, it's got to be Bud Dupree. The numbers he's putting up are ridiculous.
Yeah, if they had a number one draft choice next year, maybe you could let Dupree go and get that pass rusher you need, but they don't have that pick. I don't know how you can avoid trying to sign Dupree or tagging him. Bring him back. You know, I know half of me thinks of Woodley that they gave the big money to. He got off to a good start after that and then got fat. Yeah, it's a dilemma for me, but who's going to be an outside linebacker if they don't keep Dupree?
I think you make a good point with Woodley, too, because Harrison was seen as the better of the two outside linebackers, and it's the same thing here with T.J. Watt. I franchise him. And I free up that money because I think, guys, we were under the impression that Juju was going to have a good year and he was going to be in a contract year this summer and they were going to have to allocate number one wide receiver money to him. But I can't do that now. I got to have Juju basically come back next year on a prove it in his final year. There's no fifth-year option on him because he was a second-round pick. And I think I got to give Bud Dupree, like, what is it, Bob, 1 year, $18 million?
$18 million franchise.
And hope that you pay him big, and he wants to have another huge year to go into free agency the following season. So that's my move, and you just keep your fingers crossed Dupree doesn't hold out into the season like Le'Veon did.
There's another guy, too. J.J. Watt tweeted last week about his brother, T.J. Pay the man. So he eventually is going to be there, Ron, and you know he's going to command as much as you can give him. So you're going to have all these high-priced guys on defense, not even counting Minkah Fitzpatrick down the road. It's not now because he's very affordable, but it is a tough problem to try to figure out. I'm saying if I had a choice, I'd go Hargrave, Ron, and my reason for that is because he's going to cost less than Bud Dupree.
Tremendous today. They have a year to play with Watt because he was a first-round pick, and they can pick up his option.
Yep.
It gives them a little bit of extra time to deal with him, but there's no doubt. What does he have? He had another sack today.
12 and a half.
That's at least a half in 9 games in a row.
Here's a question, Ron.
Consistent big playmaker.
Would you cut to it and sign Hargrave? Because that's one of the ways you'd free up money to keep all these guys around. I think they got a situation with Tuitt now where he's their highest paid defensive player.
Restructure.
That's an interesting point.
And he can't keep himself on the field. So if I've got $11, $12 million tied up in him, I need availability and I need production.
No,
I love what Hargrave's doing. I mean, I think he got his 4th sack today from a guy that, you know, basically plays on the nose. The big sack of the game after the turnover by Duck today. He took him out of field goal range with that sack.
Funny, it's the same guys and the same coach we were all ripping after a couple of weeks, and now all these guys are looking at big raises. You know, it's funny how the season progresses, and let's see how the rest of this season progresses.
All right, 4 games left. I need a minute total here. I want to go around the horn here and get your guys' predictions. 4 games left. What will it take to get in the playoffs as a wild card? They sit here with 7. Andrew, what do they do in their final?
I think they're going to go 2-2. I think they're going to lose at Baltimore because I think the Ravens will need to keep pace with the Patriots and win that tiebreaker for home field. And I think they'll split the 2 road games. I think they'll go out west and maybe lose to Arizona or lay an egg in New York against the Jets. So I got the Steelers finishing 9-7.
Yeah, I'm 2-2, although I could see they're not going to lose to Baltimore if Baltimore doesn't need that last game and they don't play Lamar Jackson.
Right.
I don't think they're going to beat Arizona, and I don't think they're going to beat Buffalo at home.
Wow. I would say I'm going to go with 3-1. I think their one loss will be at Baltimore because, again, I think, like Andrew said, they're going to have something to play for, and Baltimore's just playing lights out.
And so is Buffalo, by the way. I have to keep reminding Joe Starkey about this. Buffalo is making him proud. At least they should. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to go around the horn for this week's Smooth Moves, brought to you by Pittsburgh's largest supplier of the smoothest granite, marble, and quartz countertops you're going to find anywhere. That would be Armina Stone. So, smooth move of the week. Andrew, you first.
Yeah, smooth move. It goes out to a former Steeler who I think is making waves as a head coach, Mike Vrabel. The audacity to remove Marcus Mariota, go to Ryan Tannehill, who was looked at as a washed-up has-been. And I think the last 4 or 5 games, you're hard-pressed to find a quarterback that's playing better than Tannehill. So I give the Titans full marks and full points to the coach for making the call.
I'll go with James Conner, who did nothing on the field to help the Steelers, but before the game, he met with a cancer patient that was set up by the friend's friend, both in tears when they met with Conner. Been very uplifting and inspirational to everyone he meets after overcoming cancer himself. Much bigger than football for me. James Conner deserves big kudos for what he has done.
I'll go with Jeff Capel and the Pitt basketball team winning a tournament and beating a couple of Power 5 schools. In doing so, they've got Rutgers at home on Tuesday as Brandon Knight returns, and they're at Louisville. Justin Champagnie's a real player. They're starting to turn the corner, I think, a little bit on sending this program.
Yeah, Jeff Cable's done a very good job. Those are the smooth moves. Armina Stone, Pittsburgh's largest supplier of the smoothest granite and marble quartz countertops you're going to find anywhere in the area. Score a touchdown with Armina Stone. When we come back, we'll talk about Starling Marte once out of Pittsburgh next.